Hello, and in today's session we're going to be looking at the IBM Business Analytics Proven Practices finding unused dimensions on a TM1 server. So again, we've got a Developer Works article here. So this was first published back in 2012 and it's been archived relatively recently. So it is as is status. So I'm just going to have a look at the PDF file which is generated. So once again, we're not going to go through this line by line. It's only intended to be a quick pointer towards these different proven practices. This is IBM produced content, so we're just really sort of shining a little light on it and just showing you what's possible and where you can potentially sort of stand on the shoulders of the IBM work that's already been produced. So here we're going to be producing a dimensionless CSV file, which is going to be an output of all of our dimensions against the cubes, and then essentially it's going to provide a triple star next to each dimension which isn't registered within a cube. So it is to be used with some caution, as your system may well be using dimensions independently of cubes, be it for pick list or for control dimensions or for various other different reasons it could be utilized within your system. So it is to be used with some caution. But that, having said that, it still has the ability to potentially pick up on any redundant dimensions that may have been generated during the development processes, or it's just a part of your maintenance routines that you have. So if I again go back into my perspectives windows, so if I bring across Excel and then I open up Server Explorer, then I can have a quick look at my planning sample system. Inside my processes, I've created a find unused dimensions process. So within this process, we're using the control dimensions as our source, and then we've set that as a var_dim. Then in our advanced tab, we've got no parameters here. We're just directly setting hard coding these values in. So again, if you wish to extend this, then you can easily parameterize these to make it a bit more flexible. And then we are then essentially looking for our list of cubes, and then we're setting the dimension size for that, and then we're going to start looping through them in our data source. So as we've set the data source as our control dimensions, then in our data source we're going to spin through each line in that, and then through here we're then ultimately going to then spin through each cube and run the all-important tab dim, which is going to identify whether that dimension exists within the cube. So there are some caveats in here. So it's set a rather large 40 dimensions within a cube. So if you have a cube with 40 dimensions in it, you've probably got more problems than this will solve. So without further ado, I'm going to run this process now, and then I'm going to have a look at the output. So I've now got a dimensionless subset. I'm going to open this up, and we can see here I've got two columns, one dimension, one cube, and inside here we have the results from our last proven practices, where we have generated an all subsets dimension which is not attached to any cubes, and we also got a dimension name subset, which again dimension even that's not attached to any cubes. We can see here all the others are, but we have a plan format template which isn't utilized. So here I've got a quick and easy method of process utility, which is going to be able to identify whether we've got any hangers on or any dimensions that potentially could be utilized for cleansing. All good.